Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Jason, and today I got a pretty cool video where I'm going to be demoing a bunch of different audio sources that you can use when you do YouTube. So to start here, I'm going to go over what audio sources we're going to be using in this demo. First off, we're going to start with something that most everybody has, which is going to be an iPhone or any kind of phone. In this particular case, we're using the iPhone 12 Pro Max, just a built-in mic. We're going to see how that sounds. The next device we're going to be using is going to be the Gopro Hero 8 Black. We're not going to be using any kind of media mod or external microphone. Again, just built-in mic with this one. After that, we'll be testing the Sony ZV-1 with the built-in mic. Then after that, we'll be testing the Sony A7C, which I'm currently filming on, and we'll be testing the built-in mic on that one as well. Then we'll be testing the Rode Video Micro, which is something that I've been using for quite a long time. After that, we'll be testing the D4 mic, which is currently on the camera, and that's what you're hearing right now. Lastly, we'll be testing a new mic that I actually just got in the mail today, and that's going to be the ECM-B10 from Sony. Now, for all of these different microphone tests, we're going to do one thing that's in common, and that's going to be using the cameras as a vlogging style. So I'm not going to be in a studio setting. I'm going to have my AC running next to me over here in the house. The air intake is literally right off the side over here. Normally I turn that off when I'm doing videos, but in this case I want to keep that on because I really want this to be more of a real world vlogging test where you're going to have background noises and you're going to have things that like you can't necessarily turn off during the day, or if you're out vlogging at a restaurant or you're out vlogging at Disney World or a cruise ship or wherever you're at, you can't always have that perfect studio setting. So as I'm going through and recording these, I'm not going to know what they sound like until I edit them later on. So I'm going to go ahead and go through and record all this, edit it, come back and give you my kind of findings at the end. But let's go ahead and get started on the first recording device, which is going to be my iPhone. All right guys, so this is video coming from my iPhone 12 Pro Max, built-in mic. No adjustments to the audio whatsoever. What do you guys think? Does it sound good? Let's go ahead and head over to the next audio device here. All right guys, well now I'm recording on the GoPro Hero 8 Black. And what do you guys think? Does it sound any better than the iPhone? Does it sound the same? These are the two waterproof microphone options that I got. So keep that in mind when I do the review later. All right guys, next up here I got my Sony ZV-1. What do you guys think about this? How does it sound compared to what I had on my other two cameras? Does it sound pretty good? Let me know. All right guys, next up here we have the Sony A7C with the built-in mic. How does it sound? Is it better than the Sony ZV-1? Worse, the same? Let's go to move over to the Video Rode Micro. Now I'm recording on the Video Rode Micro on the Sony A7C. How does this sound? Does it sound better? Worse? Second to last test here guys. Right now I'm recording on the A7C with the D4 microphone plugged in. How does it sound? Alright, now I got the new Sony ECM-B10 on here. What does it sound like? Does this sound any different, any better or worse than the other microphones that I've been using? Well, I just got done watching and listening to the video that you guys just watched of all the different tests. I just want to go over some of the pluses and minuses for each one of these different setups that I tested. So I want to start off with the iPhone 12 Pro Max audio. I think overall it's actually pretty darn decent. It's not a bad way to go if you're getting into vlogging. Just grab your phone that you already have, invest $100 into a gimbal, and bam, you got a decent audio setup already. So next up is the GoPro Hero 8 Black. Audio was pretty decent up until the point when something touches the camera. And that's whether it's like a tripod. So like in this case here, if I move the tripod around even just a little bit, it will make some kind of weird clinking noise. Also, though, the GoPro has its use case, right? It's very rugged compared to other cameras in this lineup, even the phones. But overall, I would say this is probably the worst audio that I tested today. Next up in the test is going to be the Rode Video mic. Overall, I think that it's a pretty decent entry-level option, to be honest. They're very affordable. You can find these on sale for, I think I got mine for like $30 on sale one time. Really, really affordable. Works with almost anything. You can get these for the iPhone if you really wanted to have an extension for an iPhone as well. Decent entry-level start. Like I said, very affordable. Decent overall. Next up is the D4. I actually was not very impressed with the audio on this when I bought it. I think that this 100% has a use case, and that's going to be for vloggers that talk both sides of the camera a lot, or to do interviews when you're vlogging a lot. Because of the fact that this thing actually has two mics, one built into the back, one built into the front, that alone is a completely genius design that really makes it so much easier to do vlogging interviews where you don't have to worry about your audio sounding quiet for one person and louder for another person because of the way that the mic is oriented. This allows it just to come in one channel on the left, one channel on the right, and then you swap the channels and copy it, and you're pretty much good to go on your audio. Overall though, the actual audio quality I think is kind of on par with the Rode video mic. So next up is the A7C built-in audio. I will say I was pretty disappointed with that built-in audio. For a camera that pricey though, you're probably not going to be using the built-in audio. So the next two options here are my top choices for the audio. The first one here, which is in second place, is the Sony ECM-B10 built-in audio. When I got this camera, which I was using for quite a long time, I was so impressed with the audio on this. If you're just sitting here vlogging like this and you're holding the camera right here and you're this close to it, you don't need to go with a Video Rode mic or anything like that. This mic that's built in is going to pick you up fantastically. So speaking of number one option, that's the new ECM-B10, which I have been recording the back half of this video on with my Sony a7C. Yeah, just taking it out of the box and putting it on digital and using the plus 10 dB, I mean, I was so impressed with the audio on this thing. It is pricey, so that's probably the one downside with this particular mic, is that you're looking at spending a pretty penny on it. Well guys, I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed looking at the different types of mics and listening to them. And hopefully you guys don't end up spending money on a whole bunch of different audio options, and you guys can kind of pick and choose what you want to go with based off of what I showed you here. I think I'm going to really be enjoying this ECM-B10 going forward. And I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I will see you guys with another video shortly.